Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. So they come into enemy territory. Nice drive to start the game, but they probably wanted 6. They only got 3.
I agree with you totally. That's the expectation. When you get the ball and you start moving it and you're rolling, you think you're going to end up in the end zone. But they should be happy with the 3. A good way to get things going here in this game.
Now a play fake here on first down. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. The play clock's running down. Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Here's Trubisky to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. So the D-line's going to spread out. Second and 10 now. It's Trubisky. Eluding the pressure right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Muhammad Wilkerson able to drop him for a loss of 4. Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky. Time running out here on the play clock. They run play action for Howard. Now Trubisky. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Nortman on to kick as he sends it away. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. On play action, Rodgers. Flush to his right. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Randall Cobb, the intended receiver. And that takes us from second to third down. Now, keep in mind, they did have 3 interceptions last week. Couldn't quite come up with a first quarter pick that time.
But they had to like what they saw in terms of reacting when the ball is thrown. We had an expression when I played. It was called break on it. Every time the quarterback puts the ball in the air, break on the football. Go make a play and accumulate those interceptions.
Former defensive back. You remember those 3 interception games. It can be contagious, give you a little momentum.
They really can. And it doesn't matter whether it's one person or if you spread them across your entire defense. Everybody wants a piece of that pie.
They go play action for Montgomery, and now Rodgers. He's going to wind up and air it out. It's caught inside the 25. It's a big play for the Pack on third. And even 60 yards. And now a first down following that long gain. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Throwing now is Rodgers. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Ty Montgomery, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Packers add on to their lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. Going for the deep ball. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at 2nd down.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
Looking deep for Gabriel. And this is caught at the 20. Touchdown, Chicago. Taylor Gabriel, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears are able to show off their quick strike ability. An update from that game going on in the Meadowlands. And the Bengals out to the early advantage. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. And he's got it up and through. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A first carry here for Ty Montgomery. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction.
That play almost seemed like a baseball play. See ball, hit ball. But in this case, see guy with ball, tackle guy with ball.
And a long way to go for the offense here on second down. Rodgers now to throw. Lets it fly deep for Cobb. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
The Packers on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. And this is going to be incomplete. Well, that's a perfect example of how he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's game. He is just all around the football right now, isn't he?
That he is, and it's funny because I talked with the coaching staff about drills that they do in practice, and one of them is called matching hands. And as soon as that hand is launched by the quarterback, you throw up the opposite hand and match that hand with the QB, and oftentimes you're able to knock it away, as we just saw there.
And he is knocked down from the side. A terrific return there, 27 yards all told. And the Bears take over. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On first down, Trubisky. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis back with you as it's Bears football here to begin quarter number 2. They've got it 2nd and 10 to start things out. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Here's Trubisky. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. They go play action with Trubisky. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Clay Matthews coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Brad Nortman now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. He'll return it from the 6. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the Packer drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. And not great starting field position here for the offense. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4.
Let's just go ahead and go back through that play with his eyes. because he's got to read his keys. Run or pass right off the top. You're probably going to read an offensive lineman to see if he sets up in pass protection, or if he fires out for a running play. The next thing is you're going to check and see what the back's going to do, and if he ends up with the football, okay, now you got to check and see. Does an offensive lineman come downfield and try and block you? Are you going to try to elude him? Are you going to take him on and hold your spot? What are you going to do? In this case, didn't have to do any of that. Saw all of his keys, saw the play in front of him, and ran clean to the ball carrier and finished off the play.
And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down.
When you have a lot of confidence in your offensive line, that allows you to take shots, as we just saw there. Hardly anyone is going to say, let's go ahead and dial up a big throw from the shadow of their own goal line. But they did there because they knew the guys up front would give them time. They weren't able to complete it, but it was a nice attempt.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. And Rodgers is going to go down. In the end zone, it's a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender.
Oh.
To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well.
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays for one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Play clock winding down. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there. They snap it at 1. Now it's Trubisky. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Nick Perry from his outside linebacker spot. He comes up to drop him for a loss of 10. Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Mike Daniels in there to drop him, and back-to-back sacks now bring up 4th and long. Here's Brad Nortman now as he's on to punt for Chicago. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Fielded just inside the 30. Now, a nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Meanwhile, a second quarter score from Carolina. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. To Montgomery to begin the drive. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
It's not always as straight as that team wanted it more than the other, but on that play, it actually was true. They were faster to the ball.
Now Rodgers throwing on second down. He gets it over the middle to Cobb. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. A minute 58 to go in this first half of play. We're back to Soldier Field following this short break. The Packers on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 17. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. And now the Bears going to signal for another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On now is the Packers punter. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard. We'll call that a 49-yard punt with a return of just 2. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
On offense, the guy that you want to have the best eyes on the field are your quarterbacks, so you can see everything pre-snap, and then, of course, as the play develops. On defense, oftentimes...
And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. If the ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now it's Trubisky. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Around the NFL, they're in the second in Philly and make it a 2-touchdown advantage now for the Giants. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. On first down, Rodgers steps away to his left. Now he's going to go deep down the left side. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. A big play there just before halftime. 64 yards.
Defending a deep route, even when it's thrown on time, is very difficult. But when he's able to maneuver outside of the pocket, that's almost unfair. He's bought extra time. His offensive line has protected him. And now when the ball's in the air, the guy downfield has a chance to make a better adjustment. That's just wrong on every level as far as the defender is concerned.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. On second down, here's Rodgers. pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on third and long. Rodgers going to throw. That is caught inside the 5. Now a signal and a timeout called, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? Well, a lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds.
That was well coached and even better executed because you saw him looking for the cutback lane, never materialized, and had excellent pursuit to stack that play up.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Play action. Now Trubisky. Caught out left side by Robinson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Looking to throw Trubisky on first down. He's going to fire one deep over the... And that's caught inside the 30. And give him a gain of 37. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Now Cohen. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
When you think of Mike Daniels, you think of strength. Hard to knock off the football, but surprising quickness and ability to move and evade people. How about that play there?
Well, he can squat 600 pounds, so that's how he caught people's attention coming into the league, and he caught our attention right there. So the D-line's going to spread out. Now Trubisky. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And he will be hit with a lot of force and spun down. That catch good for 5. It's third down. The Bears on third down, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. And they're going to go soft on the corners. From the gun on third down, it's Trubisky. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. Now Cody Parkey out to try the field goal. From the right hash, this from 33. And Parkey's kick is good. And that'll bring him back within a point. So it's a 7-play drive, but it stalls out in the end.
Let's credit the defensive front 7. They were a little leaky at the start of the drive, but they stiffened toward the end.
Parkey now following the made field goal to kick this one off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Here's the Packers offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3 points?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe
that.
Bashed it.
Super toe.
On second down, Montgomery. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. He could muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short. The offense on third down tonight, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. On the sneak, Rodgers. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. First down. Now this time, Rodgers will throw. Looking deep for Adams. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down. So the incomplete pass brings up second down. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
As a guy carrying the ball, your eyes are going to direct your feet, and you're hoping they carry you to the open spaces. But it's awfully difficult at times because you have so many things you have to look out.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Nick Kwiatkowski. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. Onto the field now come the Bears. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Being chased out left. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. Throw left side complete. It's Robinson. And he's brought down. Back now at Soldier Field. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the 4th. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. From the red zone now, here's Trubisky on 1st down. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That'll go as a loss of 5, and it'll be a 2nd and long. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. They run. This is Cohen. Spins by. Open space inside the 10. Oh, and now he bowls him over. That'll be a gain of 15 yards. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
On 3rd down, it's Cohen. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. A fresh set of downs, and they're at the 1, 1st and goal. They come out here in the I. This is Cohen on the toss, and he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for 2nd down. Second and goal from the 7. This is Cohen. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave them with a 4th and goal.
And sometimes it doesn't matter how big and strong and powerful you are. The defense is going to win an occasional battle, and they did on that one. Stopped him well short of picking up a first down.
And Parkey's kick is good. And with that, they will move ahead by 2 here in the 4th. So the drive here ends with a field goal, and that does give them the lead, but this one is still a long ways from over.
And you love to be able to look up at the scoreboard and see that you're out in front, but then you take one look across the field and see that offense is raring to come back out, and you think, I don't know that field goals are going to be enough to get us home.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. Officially, no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Caught by Montgomery. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move. He's having a big game through the air, and sometimes those smart decisions just dump it off. That's how you continue to have big games through the air.
I agree totally. That's a great analogy, a great way to put it, because he doesn't get too greedy where everything has to be pushed downfield, trying to create big plays that aren't there. You dump it off and take that nice gain, and things add up, and now you have the kind of game he's having.
Looking deep for Adams. Fight. And this is caught inside the 5. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Packers have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. On the NFL scoreboard, they're in the 4th quarter in Philadelphia. And the Giants are starting to pull away in that one. A win would be their 2nd on the young season. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. They'll look to throw. Throw right side, caught by O.J. Howard. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
He's back to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. Back to throw. The screen pass here to Cohen. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's second down. So the offense looking at a 2nd and 8. Back to throw. And his throw here's incomplete. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
The Bears on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 8, and they're going to go soft on the corners. He'll look to throw. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
And down by 5, they've got to go for it here on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. On the NFL scoreboard there in the 4th quarter in Philadelphia. And that one's pretty well wrapped up as the Giants have grown their lead even further. A win would be their 2nd on the young season. So the D-line's going to spread out. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some room to maneuver. And he'll be knocked down sideways at the 22-yard line. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt.